Let's talk about Draymond Green's controversial ejection, how the Kings shut down Steph Curry from deep, and what the Warriors can do heading into Game 3 to get a win as they go back home, and so much more. But before we do, let's light them up. Oh so fresh, oh so smooth, it's your boy Eli back with the groove, and last night's game was one of the most disappointing games that I've probably watched in my whole basketball watching career.
That is the third saddest thing I've heard today.
The Warriors were set to play the Sacramento Kings, as we all know, and heading into this game, I just love the way, I'm not a Kings fan, but I just love the way that the Kings actually guarded Steph. You could tell Mike Brown and his mindset. He's always been our defensive guy ever since he was on the Warriors, and now that he's on the Kings, you can see how they locked up. They even brought their defensive rating down to 101.9 in Game 2, and in Game 1, they had it at about 116 per possession. Obviously, Mike Brown really locks in his players and gets it into their head, and he tells them, lock up and pay attention. I feel like defense is one of those things that even as you're playing, it's like all mental. And especially if you're getting the stops, it's like, all right, I could do it again. But at the same time, it's very easy to say in yourself, oh, well, they're making every bucket regardless, so why bother play defense? And that's where all that mental frustration starts to kick in. We have Steph Curry, and the way they guarded him was, we're going to pick him up at 94 feet. Once he has the ball, once they inbound the ball, somebody's there guarding him. So we could see here in this clip that De'Aaron Fox is guarding him. He's right on him. And as Curry starts to head forward, De'Aaron is trying to block him. They get a switch with Looney up on top, and now he's being doubled. They do not mind doubling Steph. They'll double him all game. They did double him all game, and their game plan was essentially to make somebody else beat us and make it not be Steph. So what ends up happening here is they get the exact kind of shot that they'd want off of Sabonis guarding him, and Curry just throws it up. He felt some kind of contact, and yes, Curry did make that shot, but at the same time, that's not a shot he's making 9 times out of 10, or even 5 times out of 10. That's like a 10% chance that he went in, and trust me, the Kings will take that shot every time. So Curry at the same time did not get a foul call, in which he clearly felt contact, so that's why he threw up the ball, and there was a lot more of that heading into this game. So on this play right here, as we can see, Curry has the ball and he's being doubled up top. Once again, we're going back to that he's going to be doubled every possession. So somebody has got to be open for the most part, and somebody's got to be able to make them pay for doubling Steph. And if we can't do that, they will win this series with ease. So Steph noticed he has the double. He passes the ball to Looney. Looney's now heading into the lane, and as he goes to the lane, he just basically loses the ball. I can't really tell if somebody slapped it, but he loses the ball. Harrison Barnes gets the ball, throws it up ahead, and that's an easy 2 points for De'Aaron Fox on a dunk. So as you can see, the Kings are getting the kind of looks and the kind of turnovers that they want. Speaking of turnovers, we turned over the ball way too many times in this game. Now, I'm not going to look at the box score today. You guys stay tuned for tomorrow's video for that. But we turned over the ball. I don't even have to look at it to know. We turned over the ball way too many times. It was like every possession, all right, here's the ball back. Here's the ball again. You could take it. Silly things, a pass from Steph trying to communicate with Draymond Green. Little things like that. It's like you cannot turn over the ball this many times in the NBA, in the playoffs, and expect to win. Turnovers has been our killer all season. We know that. But we still, at the same time, need to be able to mentally lock in and say, all right, this is not a good pass to make. And as a team, we do love to pass the ball and get those assists. We normally get about 30 assists on a good night. So the fact that we were held to 18 assists tonight is absolutely terrible. Okay, so we inbound the ball. Klay is coming up the court, and he's just like not paying attention. This goes back to that mentality where you have to be paying attention, and like this is all mental right here. He's not focusing on his surroundings or anything like that. So he's just running up the ball off the court, and then De'Aaron Fox comes from essentially nowhere from him because he's not looking, and he gets the steal. Harrison Barnes is able to pick that ball up and run and get an easy slam, putting him in a poster, and now that's another 2 easy buckets for the Kings. Another careless turnover that just simply shouldn't have happened, and if it continues to happen, it doesn't matter where we're playing, whether it's home or away, we will lose those kind of games. Looney gets a rebound, And as he passes it out to Steph, who's seemingly wide open at the moment, De'Aaron Fox makes no hesitation to immediately get on him. And Steph stops for a minute. He's like, okay, let's see what our situations are. And De'Aaron's like, all right, well, you think I'm just going to take this ball from you, as he tries to drive. Next thing you know, they're going the other way, another turnover, and an easy basket for the Kings. This is just unacceptable. We can't keep doing this. So we were able, after Draymond Green's ejection and all that, we were able to get back into this game and kind of tie it up. And that was at around the 6-minute mark. As you could see, Gary Payton knocks down a 3, and this was the last time that we were tied in this game. We never took the lead after this, and we never even tied it up again. So immediately, De'Aaron gets the ball, and he comes up the court with it. And the one thing that I don't like is how they take us at 94 feet, but we don't do the same to them. And I guess it's not him, but at the same time, I guess it's kind of on Steve in the same way, because you need to tell your players that, hey, pick him up from 94 feet, especially De'Aaron. Pick him up from 94 feet. So as Moody is here in this play guarding De'Aaron Fox, to me, this is just way too much space. And also, if we look at where Curry is standing, he's way too far to be able to help the shot if somebody kicks it out, drives it, and kicks it out to Mitchell. He'll have no effect on that shot. This is not the first time I've seen this season. We're always playing like this kind of zone coverage, which this is literally zone coverage. We're all like in an area instead of being on a person, and it hasn't worked for us at all this season, and it's most certainly not working here, as De'Aaron Fox is able to get the switch on Sabonis, and Looney drops. Why are we dropping? We cannot drop. You have to step up. I don't know if you guys do this, but while I'm watching games personally, anybody that's watched games with me, they'll tell you that I'm coaching the team at the same time. I'm yelling through the screen at Looney like, step up, because that's too much space, and that's an easy basket for a star player in De'Aaron Fox, and we can't allow that. So De'Aaron pulls up here, and just as I expected, I was like, all right, he's got too much space. He might as well take that shot. And now all we can do is hope that he's going to miss. We're going to hope that De'Aaron Fox misses in the clutch. What? So he knocks down that shot. It gives them back the lead. And now the momentum is back on the Kings side. And they got that crowd going behind them. So everything's in their favor. So now there's this play. And this isn't going to be the last breakdown I do. De'Aaron Fox has the ball up top. And he is coming down with it. And he has Gary Payton guarding him. So this is our best defender. They decide to go one-on-one, but yet Looney is still there for whatever reason. I don't know why Looney is there. I guess they're playing that zone coverage again that I absolutely hate. And I feel like in this situation, Looney should be on Sabonis, because if you're doubling him, he's going to pass it to Sabonis and essentially dunk on Klay, just like how, I don't know what the other guy's name was, but just like how he did earlier. But instead, just like I mentioned earlier, how Steph was in that spot where he's not able to recover if they was to shoot a shot in the corner, Klay is doing the same thing. He is in the paint while Harrison Barnes is behind the line. So De'Aaron Fox sees that, he passes it over to Harrison Barnes. Klay is able to get there, but by the way, if he just caught that and shoot that, there's nothing Klay could do to affect that shot, which is my main problem with that kind of distance. So now Klay's with him, and he hits him with a spin move. 2 easy buckets. 2 easy buckets.
Hey! Come on, man! That's too easy!
Now that was more skill than anything, but Klay should have already been on him to the point where he doesn't even get that kind of an open look at a pass. I mean, that's across the basketball court. That should be an easy turnover. I want to talk about Draymond Green and what happened with him. I think that Draymond Green was trying to make his way back up the court. Now, people are saying that he stomped on him. He did not stomp on him. He was heading up the court, and as he was heading up, he's being tripped. He's literally like, Sabonis is literally grabbing his leg. So he's gonna trip, and where does he wind up stepping? Yeah, that's on Sabonis. Where else is he gonna step? And then anyways, all that being said, he gets ejected. So with that ejection, he's out of the game, and we have no more of Draymond, none of his energy, nothing, and it all basically goes downhill from there. So watching these games definitely stresses me out, and I'm sure it does the same for you, whether you're a Warriors fan or a Kings fan. I guess if you're not a fan of any team, it's just good entertainment. But if you're a fan of either of the teams, it's definitely stressful to watch these. And for me, it'd be nice if you hit that subscribe button just so that I could feel a little less stressed out. We need, as a team, to drive the ball more. So many times I'm watching the way they're guarding us and I'm like, bro, they're right on us. Drive and you could get a foul. We're taking all of these three-point shots, these mid-ranges, all kinds of whatever else, whatever you want to call it. They're just bad shots to me at the end of the day because we missed too many of them. Steph went 3 of 13 from deep, which is incredibly uncharacteristic for Steph. And we just need to drive the ball because what we're doing now with taking all these outside shots, these mid-ranges, it's not working. And we're not getting any foul calls, most importantly, so we're not getting to the line, we're not getting any free points. And then on the other hand, the Kings drive essentially every single possession, it feels like, and they are getting every call in the book. Foul or not, in my opinion, they're getting those calls, and they're able to capitalize off of driving by getting to the line to shoot 2 easy buckets. So big game heading into game 3, and the Warriors definitely need to get a win, because if they don't, then they'll have to win 4 games back to back to back to back. And that's not a scenario you want to be in. Good news for the Warriors is they're incredible at playing at home. Some of those shots that they didn't make tonight would easily go down when we're home for whatever reason. I don't understand why that is, but we're heading home and we have a chance to tie up this series, so hopefully we can do that and reset the series clock and be tied up as we head into game 5, and that would be great. So if the Kings find a way to win this series, I might actually cry, but if you don't want to see me cry, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and like this video if you did enjoy it. You guys can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and even TikTok as well. All my links will be in the description. I got another video that will be coming out tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And if you made it to the end, comment brown down below just so that I know. And until next time, guys, let's light 'em up.